All right, what's going on, everyone? This is Aiden Wood Mix and Mastering here, and today I'm here with definitely a different video than my usual. And today that is going through my new studio. So it's kind of hard to see from this view here, but I've totally redone my at-home studio that I have. There was a lot of thought and attention that went into this, and I'm really excited about how it looks right now, how it feels right now. I think there's still lots of room for improvement. I want to kind of work on the lighting a bit and maybe replace a couple stands and things like that. But for the most part, this is everything I need and more. I'm feeling very happy, like I said, with how it's at right now, with how it's looking and feeling. And yeah, I'll do a quick little showcase here of a walkthrough of everything that I have. And then, yeah, we'll get back to here. All right. All right, guys, come along. We're gonna do a little new studio intro walkthrough here. I have my beautiful girlfriend filming for me today, and I'm gonna show you guys what I put together. This is our setup. We have everything we would ever need as a producer, as a mixing and mastering engineer too. We have a very good setup for our monitors, for our visual. So for our DAW, we have the monitor up top, which is great. We have a couple pairs of headphones there, which is fantastic too. We have our open backs, we have our DJ headphones. Okay, so we have our speakers up there, we have our monitor as well, we got our headphones. We come take a look over here too. So we got the Volt 2 over there, which is gonna be great. It already does a fantastic job, and it can also hook up to my microKORG over here. So I have the audio interface set up very well. If I want to hop to some hardware, I can do that as well. And the desk we got here is fantastic. It's a Thomann desk from Germany. Can't remember the make of it right now, but it's a fantastically well-made desk that has a lot of layers, which is really great. And has tons of room too. Like we have our microphone here. We have room for keyboards, notebooks, whatever we need, which is great. Yeah, again, we have our microKORG here, so it's very nice to have some sort of hardware set up. I'm thinking I'll probably get this mounted on the wall at some point.
Cool.
Just because the... Thanks!
Sorry.
It's okay. I'm thinking about getting this mounted on the wall at some point, just because the stand we have here does take up a good amount of space, and it doesn't really fit the size of the microKORG that perfectly, so getting a mount might be really cool. What I also wanted to make sure we had was some sort of way to be able to test music as we're making it, test clients' music, my own music. And so what we have here is the DJ setup too. So we got the two KRKs on the side here. We have our standalone system here, and I can hook up some records to the aux port that I have in this one. You can't really mix properly, but it is a way that you can just sort of learn to mix vinyl, which is what I've been doing. And yeah, we have our record stand here. So we got tons of great records. We got this beautiful one here, some Inland Nights, such good records. We got tons of good records in here, all which work really well with the type of music I'm typically making, sort of the 90s inspired house music. And I have other stuff for other clients, like I have some old hip hop, I have some old funk and soul. Put that back horribly, let me fix that. So yeah, we got pretty much everything you can think of in terms of vinyl here. It's a lot of 90s dance and house music, lots of disco, but I have other stuff too. I have like hip hop and soul. I'm not just mixing and mastering house music. I'm also doing stuff for other clients making other types of genres. So yeah, I've been collecting records for probably maybe a year and a bit now. So it's still a pretty small collection relatively, but making sure I have what I need in terms of referencing songs to mixing and mastering songs that I'm working on. I've had a lot of fun collecting records, and I wanted to make sure it was a big central part of the setup here so that we can listen to these things as we're making and as we're referencing. We got a bunch of different records here.
This is good.
Dance classics, disco, tons of stuff, some Sweely.
Do you like disco?
I love disco. Disco is one of the best genres of all time.
Really?
You can see.
Everything.
If you can't tell.
Disco.
Disco. And we got tons of other stuff down there too, which is great. So yeah, guys, this is sort of the system, the process that we have right now. We have it nice and set just in the corner here. We've got pretty much everything you need. You know, there's maybe a few things missing. I could probably do a little bit of acoustic treatment on the walls. Maybe some more hardware. Probably don't really need that. I have a lot of digital plugins, so I don't really need too much hardware. But yeah, this is where we're at right now. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I'm gonna work on the lighting a little bit too. It's kind of dark and hard to see in here. But once we kind of get some stuff on the walls, get a little bit more lighting, I think it'll be pretty much sealed and set. And yeah, that's the new studio. All right, so I hope you guys liked that walkthrough of the studio. Again, like I mentioned, it's a really exciting thing to be able to get this into the works. I've been thinking about doing this for a long time, and I'm really just happy that it's happened because it is looking great, and the idea getting out there into reality is just a very nice feeling, so I'm just happy with that. But there's something very important I want to talk about when talking about buying new things, setting up new things, adding to your process, and the most important part of that is understanding that you don't need these sorts of capabilities. You don't need all these things to make music, to make really good music that will be played by DJs that you like, that will be listened to by record labels that you like. These are not necessities that you need in order to do that. And I think it's really important to talk about that because sometimes I think with these sorts of videos, people can get very hung up in all the details like, oh, I don't have those speakers, so I can't make a song that'll be played or listened to because I don't have those ones. And that is not at all what the reality is. And I have a little example here because I want to show you guys that the people that you love, the artists that you look up to, are actually the same. I'm not just saying this. This is actually something that is tried and tested and true. And so what I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you a screenshot of this artist named Marsolo. And if you're in sort of the house, minimal, deep tech sort of space, you're going to know Marsolo very well. This guy is an artist who is incredible songwriting. His sound design is incredible. Just very unique songs that are him. They sound incredible. The mixes are great. The masters are great. And I'm not just saying that maybe... I'm not saying that he doesn't do all his mixes and masters. I don't know that for sure. But what's something I need to tell you is exactly what is said in this caption here. So he says that you don't need a lot of equipment to make music in 2023. If you just look at his setup here, he has a little Scarlett and a pair of headphones. And this was a photo he posted in relation to his EP on Heavy House Society, which is Sidney Charles's label. And he says he works on 100% on headphones. So this is really important to hear because, like I said, if you get hung up in the details with the type of setup everyone has, the desk, the speakers, the monitor, and you say, oh, I can't do this because I don't have that, so I'm doomed. I don't have the money, I don't have the whatever it is. And I'm not saying there isn't a money factor here. Ableton costs a good amount of money, so do headphones as well. But what I am saying is you don't need every single thing that you saw in the video that I just showed you. You don't need every single thing that I have in my own studio. Marsolo here, who is a 10 out of 10 artist, fantastic guy, he sounds like an incredible person in general, is showing you guys that you just don't need that to succeed. You need a little Scarlett, you know, a little audio interface, a pair of headphones, and a DAW, and that's just about all you need. And that's to release on labels like the biggest ones that there are for house music. Heavy House Society is an incredibly massive label. So I just want you guys to remember that when you see, even if it's a new plugin or a piece of hardware or something, those are not things that you necessarily need in order to make a song that will succeed. And again, another example of Marsolo, he did a video where he walked through his process and he almost entirely uses stock Ableton stuff. So not only can you apply this to the way your studio is set up, you can also apply this to the way you work within your DAW. So you don't need 500 sample packs. You don't need 500 plugins. Like if you have 5 things that you know really well, 5 sample packs that you know really, really well, you can make something unique every single time, something that's you and something that's incredibly playable and good. And something that probably sounds the most like your own sound, to be honest. And And so I think that's really important to talk about in these videos. Again, I know I just walked through all my cool, nice stuff that I have in my studio, and I am very happy about the studio that I have, but without a doubt, the most important part of this video is that you do not need these things to make good music. These are nice to haves, these are add-ons, these are not necessities, not requirements in order to make music. And so I really want to make sure that a part of this video is speaking about that. But yeah, guys, that's been the walkthrough of the studio. I wanted to just talk about that at the end because I find it's really important to talk about when we go through any sort of like process walkthroughs or studio walkthroughs, anything like that. But if you have any questions about anything I talked about, anything in my studio, anything not in my studio too, please ask me and I'll be happy to share. Leave it in the comments below. I'll get back to you on there. And yeah, guys, this has been Aidenwood Mix and Mastering, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.